Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit the ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Welcome everybody guys, let's take a look. The gold market is usually in the second video. The market stands in reaction on the OP target. So that's what we have talked about 2 days ago. Once market has hit the OP, we said, well, probably some pullback here should happen. And now it stands on the way. And now we're coming to the point where we could consider taking a long position. But here exists some interesting moment with the position taking because of the let's call it as a new inputs that we've got yesterday, and that demands from us some cunning price action, some cunning behavior. So let's take a look at the hourly chart, because here is our major setup. Currently we consider that retracement to the downside probably will be a bit greater, because here you could easily recognize kind of the ABCD pattern. At the same time, you could see that OP target of this ABCD pattern stands below confidence support. It stands at 1469, 1471, while OP stands approximately 1467, 1468. So it's slightly below these levels. At the same time, recall that we have here our initial ABC top that we discussed yesterday. I just remind you. So we have it right here, and we discussed this yesterday. That was the reason, guys, by the way, why we said that retracement is not over yet, and market probably should show another leg down, because major OP target of this setup has not been hit as well. So take a look where it stands. It stands below these lows. And if here we would get some different price action, as I said yesterday, for example, some butterfly, but instead of that we've got godly steeple to sell. It's a bit different price behavior. Besides, here we see some acceleration. But if we would get the butterfly or something of that sort, I would say that let's take the position around 1470. But here it's a bit different story, and it's indeed could happen that market will break to the OP. What we should do in the current circumstances? The fact that OP target stands below the confidence makes it not very reliable, because we do not know in what manner market will reach it. It could be just minor spike. Recall how we traded just recently on last week some entry on the euro currency where the entry target will hit just by the spike within the very short term period, and it carries the risk that you will be either without any position, or you will be not fast enough to take the position when the market will go to the OP. That's why in the current circumstances I suggest that we need to wait when the market will hit the OP target. Here some stops probably will be triggered, and I think that market really could sleep slightly lower, and it would be better to take position somewhere inside the confidence when the OP will be reached, but place the stop order below the OP target, because it could happen that market still will hit the OP and then return it back up. And overall context here still will be valid. So the reaching of the OP will not break the confidence support. It will be just some sort of the gravitating to the target, and once market will hit it, they return right back up. That happens very often, and Judd Napoli talked about the advanced comments in his book about this situation. And here is particularly what we have on the gold. And in general, we have this godly steeple to buy, which suggests, if not the upward continuation that we're counting on, to be honest, but at least on the 30% pullback up from here, so this will be also not bad trading potential. So that's the cunning strategy that we need to apply. Taking the position a bit earlier based on the first OP inside of the confidence, but placing the stop below the second OP, just to protect yourself from the occasional spike down and reaching of this target. Ultimately, of course, it's not forbidden to sit on the hands till the last moment and wait when the market will hit this OP, but I just discussed and described what result could be. You'll be either without any position if markets will not reach the OP, or just touch it briefly, or it will be too fast for taking the position and you will not be able to get it in time. But of course the choice is up to you how is better to manage your trading process. That's just some general moments that we need to consider in the current situation when we talk on the possible taking the long position on the gold market.